Yo, what's up, guys? So, as you can see in the title, man, straight up, bro, if you're a guy, man, trying to level up, consistently busting your nut is going to kill your motivation, man. And it's something, speaking through my own experience, right? I was someone who've been practiced for attention, holding your seed, not busting nut, even though I'm seeing girls stuff. I practice that, man, and my motivation drive is through the roof, right? But when I do give in, right, and I do have some fun, whether it's with, a female or sometimes, you just gotta rub it out, right? I know it's kind of weird talking about it, but your motivation drops, man. It's something that's real. Let's just be honest. Um, I'm a big believer of like going through periods of life where we, live and have fun and do the things you want to do. But also, man, you gotta lock in at times too, and be honest with yourself when it is time to lock in, or if you're like you've been for too long, or that you haven't been locking in. Just be honest with yourself, man. So if you're a guy and you're wanting to level up, whether it's in different areas of life, relationship wise, dating, personal, like business or work wise, or whatever, man, whatever your goals are, you want to start a nonprofit or just start a new group or club, whatever, your motivation, your drive, and your energy level is going to go way higher when we're not busting nuts, okay, guys? It's just like maybe you're different. I don't think you are. Be honest with yourself. Don't think you're different. That's one of the biggest traps of life is thinking that you are the outlier. Thinking that rules apply to everyone else, but you know what? I could do this without or by being the outlier, so to speak. So um so like I said, if you're wanting to level up, in some area of your life, man, you gotta be like, all right, well, I can use this raw sexual power, this raw energy, right? Wake up in the morning. I get it, man. That's when I'm the most tempted. I wake up in the morning or I'm about to go to sleep at night and you're just laying in bed, right? And you're like, fuck, man. You want to bust a nut, right? It makes sense. We're all men here. Um, I watch the analytics of my videos. There's like 0.001 females watch. So we're all men here, right? And just remember, guys, next time you feel tempted to rub one out, or call up that girl and then hang out and bust a nut instead of locking in, you're making a choice to be like, all right, well, I can still do the thing I want to do. Like, you can still accomplish shit. I'm not gonna lie, man. I can still have done cool shit, great shit while spreading my, wild seed. However, it's like it's just a pattern around my own life. I've been more consistent, more on it, more locked in. Whenever I choose to go through periods of time where I don't bust a nut, okay, whether that's a week at a time, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months. Whenever I've done that thing where I've retained my seed more than a few days at a time, right? My drive goes way up, energy levels go way up, motivation, everything, man. You're taking this raw sexual energy and you're transmuting it, just like the book of Think and Grow Rich, right? Where if you look at so many successful, ultra wealthy, rich, just powerful people in this world, they're all like, yeah, I believe in Think and Grow Rich. I believe in the book. I've read the book. I've read it a few times. I believe in the principles. I believe in at least some of the principles, whatever. In that book, there's a whole chapter on transmuting your sexual energy, right? And I never knew the first couple times reading, I was like, what the hell is this dude saying? Because he's so vague in the book, right? Remember, this book was written a while ago where he couldn't be so flat out like I am today, being, hey bro, don't jack off, right? Don't bust your nut. He had to be vague because it was like different times back then. But that's what he meant. Sexual transmutation is for men not busting a nut, man. It's not giving into those temptations. Instead, you ever notice when you do go pierce height, whether it's accidental or on purpose, right? You go through times where you don't bust a nut, man. It's like it's almost like everyone reacts different. Like either you get more motivated. Some guys that describe as like, man, I feel like more agitated. That's the same thing. This is transmutation. You're taking that raw sexual power, and since you're kind of new to it, you haven't practiced over and over. Transmuting effectively, it turns to anger and to aggression, right? But if you learn how to concentrate and channel the energy, right, you can turn to great things, right? So, for example, Think of like gasoline, right? It's a raw energy, it's raw power, right? Like, yeah, of course it was from oil, got refined and shit like that, but it's just raw power. Either you can choose to do horrible things with it, take gasoline, spray in a bunch of shit, and light a match and see things go up in flames and catch on fire and explode. Or you can be like, I'm gonna take this gasoline, put it in my car, and I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna do these productive things. Now, this thing that could be explosive energy is doing good rather than doing harm, right? So it's just like the same thing. You're transmuting it, right? So the engine transmutes that raw energy into going forward in the car. Or you can do the opposite. You can take that energy and you can transmute it towards bad things, setting things on fire, exploding things, right? So it's your choice, right? You go to the gas station, you put gas, you can put in a gallon, a little thing, a little, that, whatever the fuck it's called, a little gasoline carrier, or you can put in your car. It's your choice to do whatever you want. That same thing with this raw sexual power of not busting a nut. Either we can choose to get agitated, let it control us, get mad, or be like, all right, cool. I feel this extra power, this extra energy. I can go to the gym, I can do this thing, I can, work on my business, and I can transmute energy into other things, right? Good things. So your choice, guys. Up to you. Be honest with yourself, right? With what you've been doing with this power, this energy, and what you should be doing. Okay. So, anyways, that's all I got for right now, guys. Shoot me a text 786-897-4754. Peace.